My agency sends over 170,000 cold emails every month on behalf of my clients and my business. We've booked meetings that have generated multi-six figures in revenue across all of our campaigns, and 69% of all meetings booked are through follow-up. Now, it's pretty obvious. We all know the money's in the follow-up, but most people are doing it wrong. I hear the question all the time. How do I do cold email follow-up without sounding needy? Now, most people are focused on bumping an email to the top of the inbox, just reminding that prospect why they ignored it in the first place. But there is a way to do follow-up that will actually convert ice cold prospects into warm sales conversations. And in this video, I'm going to reveal the dead simple process that we use to book 30 plus meetings each month for our internal campaigns and even more for our clients. Now let's dig in. All right, so in this video, what are we covering? These three things. We got mindset shift to convert with follow-up. Next, it's going to be the when and how to follow up. And then last, we're going to talk about some actual follow-up examples that work. So the mindset shift to convert with cold email follow-up. So prospects respond to one of your cold emails because your offer caught their attention and it was intriguing enough for them to reply. Now, their reply is an intent signal, and it's now your job to use that intent signal to follow up until you get an answer. And that's in perpetuity, meaning until you get a yes or a no. And do not feel bad about following up. People are busy, especially executives and business leaders, and it's those folks who will oftentimes respect the hustle, and it's that persistence that will set you apart in the long run anyway. And so the way you want to frame your follow-ups is by focusing on the value that you can offer them. So many people get this wrong in thinking about what they want in sending the email out to their prospect. And so remember, you're only needy if you have nothing of value for them. And so if you don't have anything of value, then you should not be sending cold emails in the first place. But you might be asking, like, how do I actually offer value? We recommend that you provide value with a couple of things. One, you can do a video case study, a written guide. You can do a Loom recording, a training, a YouTube video, something that is going to be actionable, something that's going to drive some interest and some value. And so anything that is going to get that prospect to trust in you and trust in your ability to deliver on the promises that you make in your emails. Now, if you focus on value and you stay front of mind over time with follow-up, it's inevitable that you're going to be starting to convert those engaged leads into high quality sales meetings. When and how to follow up. So effective follow-up, it's a mix of art and science, but you don't need to overcomplicate it. When a prospect responds to your cold email with positive intent, so that's basically saying, hey, I'm interested, or they're asking for more information, expect to follow up with them in perpetuity until you get a yes and convert, or you get a no. And this is as a rule. So once you get an interested reply, follow up 4 to 5 times over the next month. If there's still no response, you're going to want to space out your follow-ups. And so the way you do that is every 2 weeks to every 30 days. So as an example, let's say a prospect replies. First, respond to their question, push them into a meeting with a direct call to action. Then, if they haven't replied immediately, you want to nudge them along with follow-up. Now, prospects typically want to know a couple things. They want to know your process. In other words, like, how do you work? They want to know your case studies. For example, like, do you have relevant results? And then they also want to know about your pricing. In other words, like, how much do you charge? And so leads will ask the same questions in a million different ways, but are ultimately looking to get the same answer. And so we recommend you create an ongoing library of common lead responses broken down by response type, so you can then respond to these requests at scale and with accuracy. And so say a prospect replies to your email, write up your response, save it down for future use. Next time a prospect asks a similar question, you'll have a templatized response that has already been validated. And so there's really no need to reinvent the wheel every time you get the same question from a new prospect. So this is a really huge lever that we recommend you pull in your inbox management process, and we do it in our own process at Lever Growth. And it goes a huge way in quickly responding to interested leads and ultimately getting them to book into meetings. All right, so let's talk some follow-up examples that actually work. We recommend sending 4 to 5 follow-ups, reminding the engaged lead about the result they can expect to achieve in working together, right? So again, we're adding value with a sales asset. So some type of YouTube video, a training, a case study, and we're pushing for a meeting on a specific day of the week. Now, the goal of this sequence is to stay top of mind and provide actionable value that shows you're the logical and only choice for them to work with. So here are 4 examples of emails and just some frameworks that you can use and can apply to your own use case. So just for example, hey, enter their name. Just following up, when's a good time for us to discuss, and then insert your value proposition, the benefit or the transformation that they can expect to achieve. And by doing this, you're providing value and you're reminding them of the value that they can get in working with you. Now, another follow-up here is just like following up and getting some case study feedback. So for example, hey name, any thoughts on the content, the case study, the info that we sent over? So this is assuming you've sent some kind of asset already and using that asset as a way to re-engage. Because you've given them something that theoretically has value, they should be able to respond to it with their thoughts. And so this is just a nudge. Oftentimes people will even just respond to this with their response and then say, hey, yeah, let's take a quick 30 minutes, have a chat, and you book it in. Another follow-up here is a referral ask. So this is recommended after you followed up a number of times. Oftentimes you'll actually get a response saying, I'm actually the person you should speak with. It goes really well from there. But hey, name, we haven't been able to connect. Is there somebody else I should be speaking with? Simple as that. This has a way of just nudging somebody along and saying, you know what, they are on the right track. Or if they're not on the right track, you often will get the contact information of the relevant individual at the company. So it's really a win-win ask. And then the 4th follow-up here is focus on ROI and then just kind of nurture them along. So just one example is, hey name, we recently helped XYZ company achieve a specific quantifiable result. Now, would you be interested in seeing a guide, a case study, an asset, how we did it? Obviously you got to have the asset, but once they say yes, you reply and you push them into a meeting. And that's a couple examples of follow-ups that we use in our follow-up playbook. They regularly will book meetings in, and it's a really great strategy. But ultimate high-level takeaway from all of this is that you should be following up in perpetuity and ultimately until they convert or they say no. And really the money is in the follow-up. So just keep doing this and follow up, add value, and just keep going until they say yes or no. Now, if you're a B2B service business, agency, high ticket software business, and you're looking for 5 to 15 highly qualified sales appointments every month with your ideal client on autopilot, then find us at levergrowth.io. We'd be happy to chat, see if it's a good fit. Now, if you found value in this video, I'd love it if you threw me a like, hit subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, throw them in the comments below. Love to hear your feedback on what you want to hear more of. If you want to follow me, I'm on YouTube, I'm on X, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm always going to be coming out with more content around lead generation and how to grow your business and how to get more meetings with your ideal client. Now, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Talk to you then. Peace.